master plan is to maximize tourism's contribution to national employment and income generation while ensuring the social and economic benefits of tourism are distributed equitably.
The focus is going to be a very well-known destination in the world. This is the main focus, and also the mission, our mission is we intend to use tourism to make Myanmar better destination for the people to live in. In terms of when the tourism is developed, we all can get such kind of the opportunities from it. Then another way is, and then on the other side, when you're looking to the visitors, we want them to stay enjoyable, and also they have to respect the country. So this is the mission that we are doing.
Key objectives of the plan are divided into 6 categories, namely strengthen the institutional environment, build human resource capacity and promote service quality, strengthen safeguards and procedures for destination planning and management, develop quality products and services, improve connectivity and tourism infrastructure, and build the image, position, and brand of tourism of Myanmar. The master plan has set a high target of 3.01 million international visitors in 2015 and 7.48 million in 2020. Tourism receipts are projected to increase from a baseline of $534 million in 2012 to $10.18 billion in 2020, with the corresponding number of tourism-related jobs rising from almost 300,000 to 1.49 million. However, the minister pointed out that there could be some uncontrollable factors that could bring down tourism growth, such as climate change, security concern, and communicable disease. To ensure that this growth is managed responsibly for the benefits of all of Myanmar's people, the master plan includes 38 projects with an indicative cost of almost $500 million. 21 of these projects with an indicative cost of over $200 million are critical to the successful implementation of the master plan. The master plan, which is funded by the government of Norway, recommends building tourism-related human resources by strengthening the tourism education and training system, and identifies $44.5 million in new opportunities and partnerships aimed at training tourism workers. According to the Asian Development Bank, projects focus on expanding international air arrivals in Mandalay and Naypyidaw, undertaking improvements to the Bugan River Pier to support more cruises, and building feeder roads in destinations like Ngapali Beach and Inle Lake. Myanmar's 1993 tourism law will be reviewed and updated to streamline licensing formalities for hotels, restaurants, tour operators, and tour guides, as well as to amend sections governing regulations around the gaming subsector, labor, and establishment of outbound tour operations for Myanmar citizens. The master plan suggests establishing a tourism executive coordination board chaired at the vice president level to draw the various tourism-related ministries, agencies, and federations together under a single umbrella. The plan also outlines the needs for new tourist police divisions to be set up not only to safeguard tourists but to prevent child trafficking and sex tourism. It suggests new tourism initiatives be introduced to ethnic communities using pilot community-based tourism projects that ensure local people are prepared to handle an influx of visitors and maintain control over tourism in their communities.
You see, by nature, tourism has a ripple effect. If the people come, they will spend the money. The more they stay, the more you get the income, which is the hard currency. Meaning it can support the development of the community, and also it can support the what we call the living standard of the people. So wherever you do, tourism can give a lot of impacts on the development of the community. Say today, the popular words is poverty alleviation. Tourism can do a lot of things, but you should aware of the carrying capacity. You should aware of the culture and nature.
อรวิตามีแสง for Myanmar Focus Daily.
As Myanmar re-emerges onto the global stage, it opens its doors to the world and to a world of possibilities. The largest country in mainland Southeast Asia, it is widely considered the region's last economic frontier. Of huge geostrategic importance, at the crossroads of China and India, Myanmar is rich in natural resources. The bounties of its waters and lands are astounding and largely untapped. According to the World Bank, the main share of Myanmar's GDP, 43%, is derived from agriculture, livestock, fisheries and forestry. These harvests nurture the nation and provide exports. However, most sectors are underproductive and mechanization is required. To date, traditional practices and the way of life of the people of Myanmar have been preserved. But now the country wishes to embrace modernity. Local and foreign investment, coupled with increased know-how, will see improved productivity in all sectors of the economy for the benefit of the whole population. The lifting of sanctions has resulted in growing interest from international investors, particularly in the areas of oil and gas, mining, ICT, banking and industry. With an aim to lift a quarter of its citizens out of poverty, the creation of job opportunities in labor-intensive industries like manufacturing and tourism is imperative. The hospitality of the Myanmar people, in all their diversity, is legendary. It is a time of transformation, as Myanmar starts a new journey. But protecting cultural and natural heritage whilst striving for a better future is of utmost importance. Myanmar is home to over 100 different ethnic races, thousands of ancient temples, splendid colonial architecture, picturesque lakes, snow-capped mountains and stretches of beautiful unspoiled beaches. Somehow, Myanmar manages to be simultaneously authentic and magical. Prepare to be mesmerized by fabled Mandalay, captivating Bagan, bustling Yangon, spectacular Inla Lake, heavenly Nepali, and the sacred Golden Rock. Excellent hotels and resorts already exist, but increasing supply to meet demand and further developing infrastructure will be vital to success. The construction of roads, bridges, schools and clinics, as well as the upgrading of ICT and transport systems to serve local communities are all priorities. Not to mention hotels, condominiums, facilities and offices to cater for increased foreign investment activity. Moreover, mega projects such as hydroelectric plants are also underway to provide reliable power supplies. This is seen as critical since electrification currently stands at only 26%. Such infrastructure is urgently required for Myanmar to position itself as a logistics and manufacturing hub. Additionally, education and vocational training will play a key role in safeguarding the future of Myanmar, while foreign engagement at all levels of civil society will also improve empowerment. Macro predictions and conjecture by the World Economic Forum, IMF, World Bank and ADB regarding the economy taking off all speak volumes about the nation's golden potential. The changes ushered in by the reform process, coupled with lasting peace and stability, mean that Myanmar is on a positive path for development and shared prosperity. Myanmar. Let the journey begin.